Um, I just, isn't it interesting? There's one Stargate portal. I own it. I got that Netgear number, on my first login with myself. I was the representative and I was the recipient in two different, one Space Needle move the one moment together so I could be technically and physically in fluidness of my out of space genetics trying to get to my one position I was born for. I was closing a circuit, so I only had to trade information with myself in order to get married properly the first time. Between my one and my handsome, boorish Norwegian temper and quiet, reserved, proper Russian. And I was supposed to be a respectful American at the time. Although I know as I get older, people hate me more and more for the cursing I have to do in directory tagging, like tattoos, like, got it! Alright, that's my spear. Great. Yeah, Britney Spears on that one. I dove into the ocean after the Blue Hope Diamond when the Titanic went get down, just so I could be Leonardo DiCaprio and bring it up from the depths, and you could be Kate Winslet, and we could be romantically in love forever. Oh wait, that's the humanness. That was what they did when they stole from just the two of us and our one life together. Under their Big Bang Theory. Right, so let me get this straight, humans. You break it, and then you make he and I run our entire life's work to get together. I don't see how this is fair, humanness, in your human whatever. We didn't ask for you. We don't like you. But now we have to work with you as hostages in our own alien genetic system that is only conducive to ourselves. You realize there is a Seattle, Washington Space Needle somewhere on the Pacific coast by Mount Rushmore-ish, below Canada, but in the 50 states of nobody gives a shit, of the lost my children somewhere. Great. Just so directory and database is updated on one linguistical prowess of understanding, so all certificate recipients of took a class, no, has a binder, whatever, and we can count physically in one reality how many of you have been lying to us the entire time about didn't know anything, right? But there's a secret community of those. But anyway, long story short, I went in to get coffee, and on the Sprache machine of like life's work that you can really never talk about with anything American because they're the dumbest people on earth. Actually, no, there's just the quiet lost children, got it, that we're trying to help in the lower part of our hotel database directories, got it. Okay, so as we all quietly are respectful and like never, I got that. I've noticed it's taken me 42 years and I'm still not with boorish, handsome, and quiet, respectful Russian, Norwegian, whatever. So now, in the fluidity of there is actually a Space Needle, and it has a certificate. There is nobody allowed to work in a Space Needle office of any kind that goes along with my numeric first Stargate portal opening for my directorship of Global Security Advisor as the number one. Listen to me. I was born as an 8 to a 7, which equals 15. Humanness took my 8 and purposely moved the number 7 away from me and made me a 1. But my 1 craves my number 7 as his 8. That closes the 15 that humans owe us at every level by putting my 8 and his 7 together as a 15. Currently, you took 7, I'm 8. I'm in a number 1 position in directory and directorship and global advisor. As the repo, I have to take back my shit so I can get to the one man I belong with. So I am currently at a 1, and he is a 14. That is the direction that I'm going with. My 1 to his 14 in global directory positioning. So this way my 8 is happy with his 7, and it still equals a 15. That is how your rationale is going to work for rational, irrational, and the quantum physical realm of dark matter, known and unknown, in however that word and schematic works, which we know, but I don't want to put too much in on it and give too much away, because so far you've taken a lot and given nothing to he and I in so many different facets. So I spoke to Eric, the barista, and the coffee guy, and the, I don't know her name, she's got a long name. I said before I left, first of all, I said what I was looking for, that my dad changed personalities tonight. And I said, so now, do you know what Maori is to her? She was Malaysian of some sort. And she said, no. I said, they're an ancient people. Not very well known. There's a word in Maori, if you spoke it. It is called antanuchi. It is an antenna, which is what humans are to the ant people. Again, another ancient speak. I said, have a good night, and then I left. Again, so it's kind of like, where do you go? But I did ask both of them if they had heard of the Space Needle, which they had. I said I hadn't traveled that far, or hadn't seen it in person, but whatever. And then I was thinking about, right, if somebody had said at one point, if they tried to give my father a paper certificate with that Netgear number on it, it would make them the most valuable human in the world. And if my dad didn't know what that paper was or meant, and somebody else said it's not worth anything, just throw it away, and my dad was like, right, okay, and then did, whoever knew better and picked up that paper, because my dad doesn't know anything, would now be the most rich, powerful, and unknown person on the face of the earth and in subverse community. How do you keep a planet and a system safe with that kind of human walking around, hurting me by disconnecting my recall and ability, whatever, so they could play around with the system until they retired or learned enough that whatever, they could make a better deal for themselves. I don't know, that's some of your humanness, shitbag logic and cognition's what you say. It's not what I like about you, and I don't find it admiring at all, but whatever, you are what you are, and I am definitely not any of you. I said to both of them inside, I said, yeah, your humanness, I said, that's your understanding. I said, for me, I said, I'm out of this world genetics, so for me, I have life work, and whatever. I was like, but I am curious to know, most people don't hear about the Space Needle, that kind of thing, they don't talk about it, right, ever. Right, but again, so I wanted it on surveillance camera, so now you got it. And by the way, I put up, I'm chasing a sequence, a sequel, and something else in the fluidness of time and space at the moment, based on my YouTube upload of a video that I made before this one for sequencing and patterns, which said it was 3 hours to upload. Then I went back to it and said only 2. So I posted it as 2 via text message to numerical database, and the upload to the YouTube for that thread. And then I went in to get coffee. I came back out. It said 1 hour. I went to go load something else up and then jumped back to 2 hours again. So I took a snapshot of the time in the corner because I'm just curious, like after I did my like little vid on surveillance camera, are people trying to hook into my phone and get live camera, or are they looking for the surveillance of the store where I was? Because I don't know, you guys got like private money and stealing shit all over the planet and then do things without asking for permission or authority or any kind of like protection for yourselves, when like the people who have binders of certificates been working together as mad scientist community for a while, right? A lot of crazy whatever, but we'll come out of the closet when time needs. Right, yeah, time is now, because time is money, and I just want my love. I mean, that's the only thing I've been asking for since the beginning, and you all have not been very giving on well, you've done a lot of work for us, got that. So how do you get my day label? This is my day label. The one that usually forgets everything, my actual Antonucci, right? I call her my day label. So how are you going to get my day label funded for the love of her life now that he thinks she's a foul-mouthed, disgusting, whatever he thinks? And I can never really be for sure because I don't ever get to see him. And I know he works something really important in compliance. Yeah, right. Isn't that funny?